Today I'm going to be doing my Holy Grail makeup routine. Start off, I'm going to go over the stuff that I put on my face this morning at like around 7:30. So I use this, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. It's a Japanese UV gel cream. Has an SPF of 50+. This is what it looks like. It doesn't smell like suntan lotion. It smells like oranges, so it smells really good too. And then I also took the Garnier Skin Active Glow Boost. It's illuminating moisturizer, and I just put that anywhere I want to glow a little bit more. So now I'm going to take the NYX Hydratouch Now I'm going to take the Hydratouch Oil Primer. It's like this. I'm only going to take about like that much in the palm of my hand. I'm only going to put it like on the outside because my nose and my T-zone area gets kind of oily, so I don't want that to be like overly oily. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation in Natural Beige 220. I either go for this foundation or I go with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Cream Beige. I'm going to take that on my Love Is the Foundation It Cosmetics foundation brush. And then I just buff it on over here. Now I'm going to take my Milani Retouch Plus Erase Light Lifting Concealer in Medium Light 03. And I squeeze that a little bit onto my little makeup palette. What would you call it? The little plastic, I don't know what it's called. Slab. Makeup slab. That's what we're going to call it, a makeup slab. So that way I can just dip, and then if I need more I can get more off of my, take some of my off my mini makeup sponge. So I bought a pack of 8 sponges from Walgreens. I'll be honest, they're squishy. Hold on. We have like some tiny ones like these 4, because there's another tiny one like that. And then there's a purple one that's kind of like a medium sized one. It'll still fit like under the eye to do like that kind of stuff, but they're like super squishy. Like I don't even have to wet them. That's how squishy they are. Like I could probably spray like some of my favorite setting / I just lost my train of thought. I could spray some of this Garnier Hydrating Facial Mist on one of them and then just use it like that, or I can wet them too. It's a good coverage concealer. And I'll also bring it on top of my lid as a lid primer. I do have another eyeshadow primer that I like for glitter and for just regular eyeshadow primer. I typically use the Milani concealer for it because it makes my eyelid a lot brighter. That way you can see the color better than you do if you just use like your bare lid. See, I take whatever is left on the sponge and I kind of bounce it on the top of my lid. Back to what I was saying. So I like the green, seafoam green sponge, but not for concealer. I think it'd be good for like powder maybe, I'm not really sure. I'll have to keep testing it out and let you know. I just bought these sponges, so they're not like my holy grail or anything. I just figured I'd throw them in there because I am using them, so. So I might try out this blue one that I had before. I think they do work a little bit better when they are wet. I just didn't have time to wet them. So yeah, I think I am going to take that Garnier Skin Active Facial Mist and just mist it on this one right here. Maybe like 2 of those. It's a really good spray on this thing. It doesn't taste good, so don't try drinking it. I'm just going to put this a little bit on my eyelid as well. I definitely like the egg-shaped with like a slanted side in it. Before I was using the Coty Airspun powder, but the fragrance was just getting just a little too much for me to handle. So I switched back over to my RCMA No Color powder. I bought this a while ago. I'll take that and I'll take the lid to my Coty Airspun and I'll mix the two together because this Coty Airspun has a little bit of color to it, even though it says it's translucent. It kind of leaves a little bit of color. So if I want a little bit of color, I'll do both, or I'll just do one or the other. So now I'm going to take my makeup brush again. I've noticed that my forehead's been sitting for a little bit too long and the foundation has kind of went into the creases of my forehead, which isn't a big deal. Like, I can just take my brush since I haven't put any powder on yet and just kind of flatten them out again, and then just kind of do it like that. Sometimes before I put powder on, I'll just do that real quick, just to make sure there's no line, thing like that going on for those lines. And now I'm gonna take my lid. I'm trying to remember what sponge I used last time for this. I think I used the little gray one. And I am gonna spray it like twice, okay? And I'm just gonna go straight in. And I'm gonna try to focus only on the white powder so I can get, you know, as much white as possible. It's gonna look a little crazy in a second. Then I'm taking my ring finger, and I'm just kind of wiping, or kind of doing a back and forth motion and trying to get rid of all the creases in my eye. And I kind of pat it in there like a lot, so that way it kind of disappears a little bit. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye and just kind of make sure there's no creasiness going on. Alright, and then I'm just gonna kind of take my finger and kind of go over my eyelid again, and then just take a little bit more of that powder and also do my eyelid so it kind of sets it. Look a little crazy right now. One of my favorite brushes too is my Real Techniques powder brush. I'm just gonna take that and just brush away all this powder. Sometimes I'll take my finger too and kind of get the spots where it kind of creases. Cause I have really weird crease spots on my eyelid. Like right here, it'll kind of crease if there's too much powder. And then like in the center, it'll kind of crease too. So I kind of just take my finger and do the same thing. So if I don't, the creases will stay there. They won't go away, basically. As you can tell, there's no harshness. There's no super white areas. There's nothing like that. It looks really good. I want to say that RCMA powder is like $5. Maybe not. I might be wrong. You know, I could actually look it up right now and be like, for real. For real. Let's see. On Amazon, it's like $20, I think. So let's continue. Alright, and then I'm going to take some more of that, the rest of that powder that I used before, and I'm just going to swirl my powder brush, the one that I was just talking about, in the powder, and then just kind of knock off a lot of it. And I'm just going to do this very lightly. The other thing about this is it doesn't make, foundation's already matte, but it doesn't make it more matte, if that makes sense. My brain has a brain fart. I usually take this, it's a light and medium contour kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I typically stick to these two shades because this shade's a little too, makes my skin look very, like I put dirt on my face basically. But these two, if I use one then I use the other, it makes it look really, really good. Because I'm more towards the reddish, brownish tone instead of like the middle tone. I don't know how to explain that, but yeah. I'm gonna take it on a Zeny brush. I'm just gonna clean it off real quick in my little brush cleaner, and it removes color. Like, okay, say you're doing an eyeshadow look and you accidentally grab the wrong color. Well, you could take your eyeshadow brush or your makeup brush if you want to and quickly rub it against the sponge. Clean the brush off a little bit, and it works. It gets off the eyeshadow, and if you want like a clean brush, it gets off eyeshadow and stuff like that. Apparently it's by Manage. Yeah, it's spelled with 2 A's. I think I got it off Wish. I'm pretty sure I got it off Wish. So I typically will start with the darker one. I used this for foundation before, and then I just switched it over to contour and bronzing type brush. So I'll just dip it like this. And then I'll just take my brush and really knock it off. So I'm using this first shade right here. It blends really well. And then I just place it like right here. And then just do like this. Where you think that I kind of put it a little too high, I actually kind of, after I place it, I kind of go around in circles like this and then just kind of spread it evenly. And I'll find my cheekbone and I'll kind of curve the brush around the cheekbone area. And then just kind of pat it out. And then I'll do the same thing to the other side. Alright, and then I'll take it's kind of like a more orangey shade, the shade right here. I don't know if you can see it. And I'll take that on my brush, and then I'll just kind of blend it in as well. I don't know why I like using two. It's just something I like to do now. I do kind of meet it right here where my ear ends, and then I don't take it down here anymore. I kind of take it kind of right above it, like right there instead. Kind of like where my highlight would go. But I will put my highlight, but I'll kind of put it right here instead. So I usually will take it right here and then right there. I know this isn't like a talk through type tutorial, but I figured I'd just let you in on it, on what I do sometimes. But if you do want to see a talk through on how I contour my face, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely, you know, see what I can do. So I'm only going to take the RCMA no color powder, and I'm going to kind of carve out my contour that I just did. I mean, it looks really good, but we're going to carve it out and make it look a little sharper. So I'll just take a sponge, kind of like this one. And this is also a Walgreens sponge too, and it's dry. There's nothing on it. It's not wet or anything. I look a little crazy. Now I'm gonna go into eyeshadow. My go-to is the Jaclyn Hill palette. The color that I typically go for is Silk Cream, Pooter, Buns, and Mocha. And I'll leave this powder on until I'm done with my eyeshadow. I was wrong. I use M.F.E.O. as well as the other one. So I'm taking, I think it's the M.F.E.O. on my favorite eyeshadow brush that I can't remember the name right now. I'm just going to put that color in the crease. And then I'll take, I think the color is called Pooter, and I'll also add this to the crease. Kind of focusing on the outer crease and then working inwards. Sometimes I'll start in the middle and go work out and then go in. Most of the time I'll start in the outer crease and then go inwards. Sometimes I'll go, it depends on how I feel that day. If I want to go for more of a pinky look, I'll go for buns. And then sometimes I'll go into mocha. I think I'll do both today. Because you can do both too, because they're very warm. They're both very warm shades. So I'm taking buns on the fluffy end of the brush and then just kind of focusing only on the outer corner and then just kind of going inwards, or whatever's left on the brush. And then whatever's left on the brush, I also take it inward and then just kind of go, so I try to keep it on the inner corner too. That's what I was trying to say. I keep it on the outer corner and then I kind of push it inwards and kind of buff it right there too. I think I might just keep it with just buns today. So I think it looks good just the buns color. So I'm going to take the other end of my brush that's kind of tapered and then just go into that buns again and then kind of focus it right here on the inner corner. Not like the super inner corner, but like inner corner eyelid. That's what I meant to say. I'm just taking it and just kind of buffing it, blending it out and everything. I'm going to take my Real Techniques powder brush and then just brush away all that powder. Technically I'm kind of blended it into my skin, but that's okay too. Forgot to contour my jawline. I usually just take like the more brown shade in the palette and I'll just run it along my jawline like that with my fluffy brush. It's more like bronzing than it is contouring. I barely contour my nose or my forehead anymore too. I kind of just focus on everything else. So I'm gonna make this one a little bit more darker because I made that one darker too. Alright, and then I'm gonna take, I think the color is called Pukey. It's the yellow shade in the palette. I think it's this one right here. It's like it's not really yellow, it's more of a mustardy color. It's a very good transition shade or buffing out shade, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just gonna focus it on the outer edge of the eyeshadow so it doesn't look super harsh. I don't grab a lot of it though. I like to keep it kind of slim, if that makes sense. Now I'm going to take my e.l.f. smudge brush and I'm going to go into M.F.E.O. and Pooter. I'm going to mix the colors together. I'm going to go under and kind of smoke it out underneath. Then I'll take Mocha and Chip and I'll mix those two together and put them also on the bottom lash line, but only bring it half in. So maybe stop like right here, like at the corner of my eye. So I stopped a little bit before that. I kind of stopped like right here instead. Only because I don't want to bring it all the way in. And I'm just taking my, the brush that I can't remember the name of, and I'm just buffing it out, blending it out underneath. And I'm just going to add a little bit more to this eye, because this eye I kind of went a little crazy on. I'm going to take that color pooter again. Pooter? No, Pookie. Pukey, whatever. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that on there, and then just kind of go right underneath the area that I just did, and make sure there's no harshness to it. And then I'm going to take the flat side of my eyeshadow brush that I can't remember the name of right now, and I'm going to go into silkcream. Pick out quite a bit of it, and then I'm just going to focus this kind of on the center and bringing it inwards a little bit of my lid, and then just blend it in a little bit. I don't really know how to explain it. I guess it brightens my eyes a little bit more, maybe. Okay. And then I'm going to take my Zeny brush, it's like an eyeliner brush, kind of, sort of. I think it's meant to be for eyebrows, but I use it for, you know, eyeliner. And I'm going to mix the colors Chip and Mocha together, and then just put that where I would put eyeliner at. This look is very versatile. You could wear red lipstick with it. You could put glitter like on the lid, on the center of the lid if you wanted to. And you could use any glitter. You could use pink, gold, red. That's why I like this one so much, because I could add, if I really wanted to, I could add glitter to this look. I like using eyeshadow for eyeliner. It's just one of those things that I really like to do. To me it looks better. I don't like the big thick eyeliner look on myself, on me. Now I'm going to take my, I'm not really sure what brand this is. I think it's like I got it for Christmas one year, I think, or for my birthday or something, I'm not sure. But it's like a dome shape brush. I use it for highlight. I'm going to take either in light or beam in the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to take beam. Maybe I'll do both, I don't know. And then just take that in my inner corner. I feel like an inner corner highlight just kind of wakes up this look. You don't necessarily have to have it. You can literally use silk cream and be okay if you wanted a bit more matte look instead of a glittery look in the inner corner. Now I'm going to take my Garnier Hydrating Facial Mist, and I'm just going to spray my face before I put on any mascara or brow gel. And I'm going to take my all-time favorite highlight, which is Milani Dayglow in 02. Looks like this. And I'm taking my favorite highlighter brush, which is the Slim Miss Glam brush number SG62. Kind of like a dome shape, but bigger dome shape, I guess. Like I said before, I like to take it and put it like right above the contour. I like this highlight because you can use it as a natural glow. You don't have to like put a lot on. Or you can use it as, you know, not so natural glow. There we go. I'm also going to take the Milani powder blush in 01 Romantic Rose. And I'm going to take my favorite blush brush. It's a Luxie. Oh! That's what the eyeshadow brush is a Luxie. I just remembered. It's a Luxie 514 blush brush. Just swirl it around the blush. I'm gonna curl my lashes. I'm gonna go in with my volumazing Revlon mascara. It's the one that I've been like loving lately. I'm still testing out the Milani Highly Rated mascara. I haven't decided if I like it well enough yet. Fun fact, if you let the mascara dry, if it hits your skin, if you let it dry for a second and then you take a Q-tip and wipe it, it'll just come off on the Q-tip. So I don't really fill my brows in. I just take a tinted brow mascara. Right now I'm using the one by NYX. It looks like this right here. It says that it's black, but it doesn't really look black to me. It looks kind of brownish. And the wand is really nice. The other one I was using, I think it's by Allure. The wand was like really small and it got like a lot on it at once. I wasn't really able to really control where the brow mascara went because it would just kind of go everywhere. Brow mascara is hard to get off. Oops, today's just not my day, is it? I say that and now I have brow gel on my forehead. Can't get that mascara off. For lipstick today, I'm gonna go in with my all-time favorite lipstick, the Superstay Matte Ink Maybelline New York lipstick. I actually just bought this new color called Fighter. It's 75 Fighter. Now, it looks brown, super brown. It even smells like chocolate. Yeah, like a really nice rich chocolate. Once it dries down, it looks really good. I also have the color Voyager number 50, and then also have Lover number 15. But I'm gonna use the Fighter. I'll just put a little bit of that BKR water bomb on first. So what's really funny is that the where this brown one called Fighter smells like chocolate, but the other ones they kind of smell, they don't smell like chocolate, they smell like lipstick. I don't use a lip liner for this lipstick because it's so pigmented that I don't need a lip liner. So most matte lipsticks are very drying and they don't, they dry your lips out really bad, but this lipstick I've noticed that it does not do that at all. Like it's very hydrating lipstick. Right now it's really sticky and it'll be like that for a few minutes while it dries down. But once it dries down, the only thing that's getting that lipstick off is a makeup wipe, maybe. Even then it still stays on pretty well. Alright guys, this completes this makeup look. If you have any questions or anything else like that, just let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. /night, morning. Bye!